Digital financial inclusion, it's a thing of the future, definitely.
Everybody carries a mobile phone. It's a very good service channel to reach out and deliver financial services.
It's new technology, it's new participants, and so we have to be aware of that there are going to be new risks that we haven't considered in our current regulation that we have to address.
Dhaka, the fourth largest city in the world in a country of 160 million. More and more people are migrating into the city for work, and the strain is showing. Mohammed Salimuddin earns a precarious living as a cycle rickshaw driver. He takes a short detour several times a week to do what many people here are now doing: bKash money to family living in rural areas. bKash is a mobile money service, a subsidiary of BRAC Bank. The service has spread rapidly in the last 2 years. Today, nearly a quarter of the adult population has experienced bKash.
7836.
Mohammed heard about bKash on the street.
I think the big opportunity that digital financial services bring is reaching those areas where there's no financial infrastructure today.
60 kilometres northeast of Dhaka is Trishipara, where for the past 20 years Stuart Rutherford has studied the financial lives of the poor. Conveniences are few and far between here, so when services make life easier, they go big, fast. Joshim, the local agent, is one of over 90,000 bKash agents people use to send and receive money throughout the country.
From here, money goes in both directions. There's money going out from here to Dhaka, but also to the villages. There's money coming in here.
In just 2 years, bKash has become the main part of Joshim's business, eclipsing airtime sales.
Okay, so he says it doesn't actually take long to open an account.
Opening the account free to take money.
Which is free to the customer. So these in the last 2 weeks in a small market like this. So that looks like quite rapid growth, no? Bottu. This is a gentleman sending money to his village home. He's a recycling agent. Now he's phoning his brother to tell him the money is coming. Huh? Before he started using bKash, he had to go physically himself.
A round trip home would cost Bhutto 700 taka. bKash is 35 times cheaper.
He's a general recycling agent. He'll recycle anything.
Bhutto and Mr. Ali are part of this group of men who left their families in Jamalpur in the north in search of a better life. Here they earn between 100 and 500 taka a day, up to about $7, working long hours, 7 days a week.
It's not just that they want to send the money to the village, they also want to get it out of here so it doesn't get stolen or lost.
Yes.
It's kubalo. So that's a kind of quasi-savings thing. It's part of getting the money out of your own pocket.
These people know how to manage their finances, and they're very savvy at doing it.
It's very challenging for regulators to try to understand these new business models and to incorporate them in regulation.
We're very concerned about protecting financial services users, and especially new financial services users, because the risk of them having a bad experience and then excluding themselves from the system is much higher.
A day's work as the Matatu conductor on the route to Makadara will earn Lucas Agada 200 shillings. But like most people here in Kariobangi, he doesn't know what he'll earn tomorrow.
Today you can get 600, tomorrow you get 7, following day you can get 1,000. Even we can earn sometimes less than 200 shillings.
He's never had a loan by going into a bank, but in the last 6 months, Lucas has taken out 2 bank loans over his mobile phone.
The first loan I took, I used to repay another loan I had from somebody. I repaid it from loan again. Then I requested another one. They gave me immediately. Then that one I used to pay my house rent. A loan from Mshwari is very, very easy to get.
Mshwari is a new banking platform, a partnership between the Commercial Bank of Africa and Kenya's biggest mobile network, Safaricom.
The banking relationship remains with the bank and not with the telco.
It expands Kenya's pioneering M-Pesa payment system to a simple bank account where customers can earn interest on savings and access small amounts of credit instantly through the mobile phone.
It's a step forward on how to include people that are excluded today from the financial system.
I had 1 shilling in my M-Pesa, then I activated it with 1 bob. 1 shilling because they had said you can start saving by 1 shilling.
Evelyn Mumo supports 3 kids by buying second-hand weaves that she sews into wigs. Evelyn began using M-Shwari to save, and now she also uses small loans to buy stock for her business.
Even if you don't have money in the M-Shwari, you can also borrow.
Evelyn's been steadily building her credit limit by paying back carefully within a few days. Her savings will help her achieve larger loans.
I was sent a message, increase your saving to uplift you the limit of a loan.
Loan amounts depend on how much clients have saved in their M-Shwari accounts and their repayment behaviour.
A lot of the poorest people in the world don't have a financial history, and thus by saving, they can create that history so that they can be evaluated to receive a credit.
I think big data brings the opportunity of actually translating all that other information that's non-financial services information so that you can get access to credit and other financial products.
Loans have to be repaid within a month with a 7.5% fee.
Enter amount the loan, the amount of money that you want. Let's say it's 5,000.
Lucas's limit has just gone down since he was a few days late repaying his last 1,000 shilling loan.
Then you enter the PIN. Your loan request was declined because the amount was higher than your maximum limitation.
We need to make sure that the person understands the consequences of having a bad rating and how that could exclude you from having access to future credit if you have a late payment or you missed a payment.
People need to understand how the product works so that they are not blacklisted, and they need to understand, of course, the effect of being in a credit bureau with a negative rating.
M-Shwari gained 1 million customers in just the first 41 days, and they're signing up 12,000 new customers every day. Using big data to make instant credit decisions about customers who previously had no financial information or collateral has meant a whole new customer base, and it's turned the Commercial Bank of Africa into one of the top players in the Kenyan banking market. But handling big data and algorithms for credit decision-making brings responsibilities.
We need to make sure that the credit decision continues to be owned by the credit provider, the banks in this case. So they must understand the credit risk that they're getting into so that they'll be in a position to mitigate the credit risks.
And it means protecting the data.
We want to make sure that whoever has that information is not sharing it and that it's private and protected.
Accra, Ghana, the Gold Coast, and the centre of a new wave of insurance sweeping Africa through mobile phones. When Ella's father died in September, the 2,000 cedis or $800 she received from Tigo Insurance paid for the funeral. And funerals in Ghana are expensive social events.
We would find it difficult raising the money. I was able to finance my dad's funeral successfully, and then some of the money has remained for with the kids to complete our education.
The life insurance came free with her mobile phone. The payout will allow Ella to complete her training as a teacher and work to put her younger brother and sister through school. Her father Francis worked at the transport union. He was the main income earner for the family.
He was really supporting my family, but since his death, we are only depending on we working harder, and then the Tigo Insurance, which is supporting us here for our living.
I'm Solomon from Tigo.
Faced with subscribers using multiple SIM cards and switching provider based on different promotions, Tigo made a big bet. That premium-free insurance for airtime users would pay for itself by reducing churn and increasing use of airtime. They doubled the insurance market in Ghana within 3 years. Today, 1.4 million Ghanaians are insured through Tigo.
Sign me in, yeah.
Airtime customers can stay on the premium-free plan or double their cover by signing on to the pay plan, and plenty are.
It's showing that there's some microinsurance products that are easy to access, that are not expensive, that can teach the person what are the benefits of having this product, and then they can even start paying for higher coverage.
It's a model that potentially makes insurance available to people who traditionally have not had access to insurance, and they need this.
Beatrice's mother, Yaya Gyawe, died last October.
The time my mother died, I lost every money was gone. And even I don't have money for my kids. And now I'm happy. But I remember my mom, that's why I feel some a little tears.
Okay.
Beatrice supports 3 kids with her business selling soap and small goods door to door. Her biggest cost is paying school fees. She received a payment from Tigo Insurance of 1,600 cedis, or nearly $700, and used half to pay the funeral debts.
I went back and paid all that amount and paid some to my children's school fee, the small one.
Today, the starting point is there is no financial service, there's no insurance. So this is definitely an improvement over the situation, but we shouldn't stop there.
I was suffering the way I'm selling small, but because maybe God knows, that's why He brings the Tigo insurance to the people so that we get something on it.
Financial inclusion is not a cute thing to have. I think financial inclusion is something you want for the entire population of a country.
Our goal is actually universal access to financial services.
The more people you include into the financial system, the more of the benefits that will be shared and then contribute to economic stability and development of the country.